Good morning. Well, it's been a funny few days. I released my sock pattern on Friday, which was absolutely amazing. I have been so nervous about doing that, and then everyone's just been so kind and so supportive. I honestly couldn't have dreamt of a lovelier and kinder response to it. It's just been amazing, so thank you so much. It's been so encouraging after quite a lot of probably months of real nervousness, so thank you so much for that. And then on Saturday I got a terrible migraine, I think because of all of the excitement and nerves and everything that had just been building up to releasing the pattern. And then on Sunday I got a terrible cold. So yeah, it's Tuesday today and the cold is getting worse. David's had a cold for a little while and a sore throat, and I was feeling really triumphant that I'd managed to avoid it, but I hadn't. I'm just so grateful to my cold for waiting until I'd released the sock pattern to hit me, because this foggy head wouldn't have been a good place to do all of that from. So I've taken a little bit of footage over the last couple of days, but barely any, so I think I'll probably combine what I have. And I don't know if it's just being ill, but it seems like all of my creativity just I don't know, goes and hides somewhere else until I get over it, because I was looking back at some of the footage that I took and it wasn't my most creative. So yeah, I'm not sure what that'll be like, but I'll put something together and pop it out there. But I just thought I'd have a catch up now, because I haven't been opening my advent calendars because I just haven't felt well enough. So I've got 17, 18 and 19, because it's the 19th today. And I've got my tea calendar to open too. So let's have a look at the colours that I've got in here. I haven't kept up with my advent cal. When I was working away on the sock pattern, I was busy doing that, and then I didn't knit at all on Saturday because I couldn't sit upright. And then Sunday I don't think I got any time to knit. So I've got these left over, well, these ready from my advent calendar to knit into my cal. But there's a problem. Because these would look absolutely perfect in my mohair advent cal. It would just look especially perfect. Especially this one actually, because those sort of darker flecks would show through the mohair really nicely against the sort of lighter colours. So I'm not sure what to do about that. It feels really naughty to steal from my advent calendar to put them in this cal, but I know that they would be absolutely perfect. What do you think? I'm wondering if I can find suitable replacements, then I can allow myself to put them in my advent cal. But I did really want to keep the advent cal as Deb had sort of thought about it, so maybe I'll ask her, see what she thinks. But yes, so I'll open my delayed ones. Oh no, it's okay. See, this is so pretty, but I wonder if this is vintage fairy lights, and I've got that in my cal, so that's perfect, because I was just thinking, oh no, this would be perfect in my mohair cal as well. It's so pretty and there's sparkle in there. That's lovely. Baby, I need my arm right now. Bobbins intent on sleeping on my arm. Oh, you're so lovely. Then 18. Oh, this one's pretty. Oh. See, there's a little lovely on my cowl too. This is the most, it's got the most delicate speckles in it. I don't think you'll be able to see them on the camera. No, I don't know that it's going to focus, but it's mostly white with really, really tiny, weeny, delicate speckles of sort of a dark grey. That's beautiful. Seeing these come out, I'm thinking maybe I should just put them in the other cowl, because it's going to be really interesting to see that one progress. It's upstairs at the moment. But it's sort of a bit darker, and then it looks like it's getting lighter towards the top. Oh, then this one's pretty. Some blues and purples and pinks and greens. So I've got 4, 5, 6, 7, I've got a week to catch up on, but that's okay, that won't take me long. And it's just such an enjoyable project. I don't think that these two will be my last Land of Sweets cows. I think they're really fun to do in this way with 24 mini skeins, but I think they'd just be just as fun to do with less colours, because you could just pick up the different sections with different colours. I think it'd look lovely in one colour actually, because you've got the interest of the different lace texture, a bit of lace texture and a bit more lace, and then the plain bits. I think it would be lovely. Yeah, I think it would be just lovely in a plain as well. So yeah, they're my Advent minis over the last few days. Yesterday I woke up at about 4:30 in the morning. I just couldn't sleep, I was too bunged up, and it was actually really handy because I'm knitting a little cardigan for David's goddaughter. And I hadn't, oh gosh, where was I? I was somewhere right up here yesterday. That's where I put it down the night before. And then yesterday I did nothing but sit on the sofa feeling a bit sorry for myself, knitting this and watching a series, The Night Of. It was fantastic actually. I thought it was really good. It was really gripping and I didn't want to stop watching it. So yeah, that was a great series, and it kept me sort of awake and alert and knitting away all day. So this is the Norwegian Fur baby cardigan. It's by OGE Designs. And it's really sweet because you've got all of the raglan increases happening in this lace section. It's a lovely little design. David's goddaughter is going to be 1 in March, so I've made the 12 to 18 month size because I figure it's better that it's bigger, and we don't see her very often so I don't know how big she is at the moment, or what size she is for her age, so I just thought it was better, safer to make a bigger one that she can grow into. But it does seem very big, but we'll see what it's like. I did increase the number of stitches. I was reading through the Ravelry project pages of people who have done this pattern already, and you're right, Teddy, in one of the posts, I think the Raveler's name was Sophie Cat, she has some really great notes, and she was saying about how, as written, the pattern has no overlap at the front, and so I added an extra 6 stitches, 3 on each side, just so that it would overlap slightly. And I put in an extra buttonhole. Teddy bear, come here. And I also made larger buttonholes because the buttonholes in the pattern were just the regular yarn over knit 2 together, like eyelet buttonhole, and that seemed really small, so I knit 2 together, did a double yarn over, and then did a slip knit. And then on the row back I knit one of the yarn overs and purled the second yarn over, just so that it's a bigger hole, so I have more choice with my buttons, because I think the buttons need to be quite big on this cardigan really, because it's very simple apart from the raglan shaping. I hope you're using a scratch post, Teddy. So yeah, I think I've got another inch of knitting to do at the bottom, and then I've got the sleeves to do, and we're meeting them for breakfast on Christmas Eve, so I have to have it done for then. So I'm sure I will, won't I? I hope so. I don't feel up to much today really, so that would be good. Knitting time. But yeah, so that's what I'll be doing today. I also have a couple more last minute cards I need to write, and we still haven't got our Christmas tree up, so hopefully we can get that down from the loft. One evening this week, hopefully soon, otherwise it won't be up for very long at all. But now I think I'll open my tea advent calendar and yeah, make myself a cup. What do you think, Bobbin? No, you've got completely comfortable, I'm so sorry. Actually decided what to use for my Christmas Eve cast on yet, so I thought I'd show you some of my thoughts and see which one you think. So the original socks I knit in the Wool Barn luxury sock. It was really special actually. 2 Christmases ago, no, last Christmas. I'm already counting this as a Christmas that's happening and it's not here yet. Anyway. So last Christmas we went to the Curious Handmade Crimbo party, and I actually won a skein of yarn from Maya of the Wool Barn. And throughout the year, Helen from Curious Handmade has been so encouraging about me designing a sock pattern. And so it just seemed like a real nice sort of round thing. I can't think of the word because my brain's not working. But it just seemed really lovely that I won this at a Crimbo party that Helen had organised, and she'd been so encouraging, and now the next Christmas these socks are released, so yeah, but it's a really delicate speckle, and I think that works really nicely to show up this little bit of detail here. I think that's blurry, but I'll pop in a video. But so I was thinking I could use this, which is also from the Wool Barn, but I started another sample in this. I didn't get very far because I suddenly realised I don't need to do another sample, so I stopped. But it does look beautiful in this yarn, so I'm not sure what we're focusing on at the moment, but I wanted to focus on the socks. So I could rip this out and then start it again in this yarn on Christmas Eve. So this is Sugar Rush by the Wool Barn, and it's I think it's called her plump sock. So it's the same as this base, which is a merino cashmere nylon that I knit the original sample in, but it's not as high twist. So it's exactly the same composition, but not a high twist yarn like the sample we're knitting. So it's beautiful. It just, the yarn really oozes out and fills in the spaces, and so yeah, I could use that. I'd have to rip it out because otherwise they wouldn't have been started on Christmas Eve, and that's what counts for me. Or I really think it would be interesting in self-striping yarn. I don't know, but I sort of feel like it will work in self-striping yarn because the pattern's quite linear, so I feel like that will go nicely with the stripes going across. And there's not enough that it would mess up the stripes too much. It would just add a little bit of interest, I think. So I've got this one that I got years ago from the Wool Barn, probably about 3 years ago. My camera's really struggling with focusing today. I wonder if my camera's not very well today either. So this yarn is beautiful, and it just looks sort of like an icy vintage Christmas for me. Or this one, which is sparkly. This is also the Wool Barn. This is Tea Party, Vintage Tea Party. I think that that would look beautiful. So I'm really tempted to use those. Well, I've got this one from the Wool Barn. I can't actually remember the colour. I got this from Maya at the Curious Handmade Country House retreat, I think year before, I think last year, quite a few retreats ago, and it's sparkly and it's just beautiful. I think that that would be really, really pretty. So there's that as a choice. Then I've got this yarn from a homespun house. This one is Saturday Morning. It was the August Club, and it's just so pretty. I'm desperate to use this in something, but also at the same time, Bobbin. I was just on the phone to my mum and her doorbell went, and Bobbin is convinced that it was our doorbell because I was talking to her on speakerphone. So he's still a bit upset about the doorbell he heard in another house. But yeah, I'm desperate to use this yarn because it's so beautiful. And I think that would be really fun, really happy Christmas. It's alright, Bob. Without being like really, really Christmassy. It's just so pretty. And then I've got this one from a homespun house, which I would love to use as well. And I think this would work. I am leaning a bit towards this one, I think. I think maybe a stripy or this one. Are you getting down? Let's go and investigate. So this is Bang Bang. It's got gold stellina. And it's so pretty. And there's a certain Christmassiness to this, I think. I personally think you can make anything what you want it to be if you think of the right possible inspiration. And this one is all snowy, and then the blue flecks of the ice, and then some red holly berries poking through, and So I think that could work really nicely too. And it's got the sparkle, and I do like a bit of sparkle on my Christmas socks. So yeah, I'm quite tempted to use this one as well. But I'm just not sure. I'd love to hear what you think. I think I'll post it on Instagram and see what everyone thinks I should use. Because I am stuck. I'd really like to knit in all of those yarns, so because I think they'd all work really nicely. But I have to choose one for the night, for actual Christmas Eve. So yeah, I'm loving everyone sharing their potential yarns, the yarns that they'll be using for their Christmas Eve cast on. It's just so lovely to see the thoughts that are going into what people are choosing. And do remember to use the hashtag. So the hashtag this year will be LBK Christmas Eve Socks 2017. And if you're knitting my Twas the Night Before Christmas socks, then do hashtag those Twas the Night Before Christmas socks, because then we can see them all together and that'll just be lovely. I don't have giveaways for Christmas Eve cast on. I think it's just really nice time for us all to like share what we're doing and have no pressure to finish the socks or anything like that. But if you're knitting my pattern, I am going to have a little giveaway, and it's going to be special. I'm just working it out with Mum at the moment, so that might give you a clue as to what it is. But I'll have a separate thread, and I think in January, if you've been knitting these socks, if you can just share your progress in that thread, and I'll pick a winner for that giveaway in there. So that'll be really fun. It's such a funny feeling after working on this pattern for so long. I don't think it'll ever get old for designers. I bet it doesn't, because the feeling of seeing someone else knitting something that's come from your head is so incredibly special. I felt it first when Deb, who test knit for me, finished hers, and it was just seeing something that I'd been knitting and then I'd been working out in my head, seeing it in someone else's hands, coming from their actual work, their knitting. It kind of blew my mind. It was so amazing. So I'm so excited to see the other ones pop up. So excited that I could cry. Quite honestly. So yeah. So I wonder which one I should cast on. I got a bit foamy with my milk, I think. I'm not sure if I've ever had a latte with so much foam plopped on top. It's very nice though.